I'm like, what?
I don't know about Nala's back broken. I know Nala was hurt for sure. But it was
Really?
not. But it was not because of Aaron. Like, that's crazy for
Didn't
people
she
to
have
say that.
health issues? Because the mom had a heat stroke, right? And flat-faced dogs, they're really hard to,
They're hard to take care of for sure.
yeah, and they do have a lot of breathing issues.
Hmm. But no, I just want to make it clear, Nala is alive. There is no Nala 2.0. Nala did exist. She was literally his best friend other than Zelda. He would go everywhere with Nala and Zelda. Like,
Yeah, and people, I do know the cat came from like a foster thing, and he took it
never
back.
seen. I never seen the cat, so I don't know what that's about.
Oh, he had a cat for like 2 weeks, but I remember him saying, I think it was because Nala wasn't there or whatever, because she wasn't doing good.
In my eyes, Aaron liked to save. Aaron liked to take. All right, you got to understand. Aaron was groomed since he was a kid by a lot of industry people. So
Hmm.
I think subconsciously, he learned to groom his peers and became a dog breeder. And it was his form of continuing to groom. You know what I mean? And that's what I highly believe is that was
You
his coping
think he,
mechanism.
you think he just breeded a lot of dogs because he wanted people to have nice dogs, or is his way of making money?
No, it was more of his way of dealing with his own coping mechanism because he, like I said, he groomed. Think about the psychology behind it. He was groomed since a young man to dress, walk, talk, dance. What do you do with a dog? You groom it, you train it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
And that's the very similar thought process that we subliminally create, especially if that's all we know since a child is how to be groomed or how to be talked or how to not say the wrong thing. So it's the same thing like a dog.
it's almost like he wants that childhood, and he wasn't being a man about it. He wasn't growing up. It's like he got stuck.
I
But
I
the
can agree with
addiction
that in a
came,
sense,
but
but
maybe because his brain cells became dead with all the, huffing he's done before.
maybe from the past. But at the same time, when I was with him after the huffing that he did years ago, he was fine. I mean, we'd have really intellectual conversations, experiences that he had in the industry. He really taught me a lot, Chris. And like
Yeah, I do believe that. I really do. And it's just really, I see the merch being at Walmart. People need
that, I
to.
don't agree with. And you said I seen your DM about such and such probably doing that. I actually believe that somebody from the fan group or support group or hate group, whatever you want to call it, that's non-related to Aaron,
Hmm.
believe they picked up his merch and they didn't sell it to Walmart because it's not being sold at Walmart. It's being sold as a third. Walmart is a third
Yeah, the third
party.
party. That's why you have to have
So
it shipped.
right. So what
It's
I
like
believe is,
international.
yeah. So I would believe if somebody created probably like a Shopify account or something of that
Yeah,
sort.
because eBay and Etsy are now picking it up and
Oh,
stuff.
they are.
Yeah, I think, but this is what a lot of people don't understand. The In general, that's what they do when celebrities pass.
And guys, I am aware that Chris Ann has had a lot of bad things to say about me. You guys don't have to update me on anything she said. I see it all, and me and her have communicated previous to this live, and I understand where she was coming from, and I've accepted where she's coming from, and she inclusively apologized, and I apologize just right now on
Yeah.
live. So please just
It's hard because I wasn't at that house, and I think I was just blaming anyone other than Mel who was at that house, because I know he pushed Mel away a lot. Like, I wish this could have been prevented.
we all do.
Yeah,
Respectfully, we all do. But when God has a time, you can't say I'm not picking up
exactly.
the phone.
That's the thing. And I still, I think there's so many different theories going on, and I have to think for myself.
Amen. And no,
And
I don't believe that Aaron committed suicide. So y'all stop. You can rule that
I
out.
think it was an accidental overdose.
And I will go with that one till I die. That's definitely what I see happening. All these other conspiracy theories are just excuses for us to negate the
And
fact
they
that
don't need to blame you because you were only at a few shows. You weren't really at that house. And when you were,
no, with all due respect, I was at a couple shows, but before the shows started, I
yeah,
lived with him for 3 months.
yeah.
I was there for a month when Prince was born. I was one of the first people to be there.
And I have no reason for Mel to. I believe Mel. She was really at the house. She really was with him through it all, and she never gave up on him. And when
Not during the time of death, unfortunately. I think the last time she seen him was Halloween in person, and that hurts her.
Yeah,
She even
because she
said
wanted
yesterday
at the Halloween.
at the party yesterday, she started crying when she let go of the balloons, and she was like, "I still can't believe I'm not gonna see my baby again." I
She's
was
not
like,
gonna be the same anymore, and people speaking on Aaron, they need to stop because it's hard for her.
"It is
And she has no reason to lie to me. She she knows more than anyone. And when she says Chuck's good, it didn't make sense. I thought she meant you were being there like before then, but
Mm-mm.
you just kind of minded your own business when it came between those two.
Correct."
And I
I
know
was,
you regret probably calling her stupid.
yep,
You
and
know,
I told her that to her face too. By the way, I already
yeah.
told her. I was like, "Yo, you know what? You do some like foolish blonde girl things. No disrespect to the blondes out there, but she kind of does act a little dumb." And I said to her yesterday, I was like, "It's not that you're dumb. It's that you're overwhelmed with a lot of shit.
Hmm.
I think you're smart enough to be malicious." That's what I was getting at, and I probably should have stated that a little better. But I don't think she's an idiot by any means. I don't think she's
No, I
stupid in
think she
any means.
cared about him because I know there were so many times he blamed her for his addiction. And
Yeah,
I think what people are showing all those texts and stuff, it doesn't, it's not proof. Because Aaron did have borderline personality. He was schizo. People need to look into his mental health as well.
that's facts. Well, I just want to say thank you for being a real one in this sense. I hope you don't flip flop on me and start yelling
No,
at me
I'm
10
not. I
seconds
think we
later.
started off on the bad foot from the beginning.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that one.
And I think that's why I didn't trust you and why I accuse you of a lot of things because I don't know you. But I think Xena, people need to, it was Xena who got the interview with No Jumper, not you.
Correct. Xena had a no jumper interview. Correct. And people are saying I'm using his name. No, Xena got a no jumper interview because she's friends with Adam and she flew out here for a no jumper interview and she brought me. And if you notice, out of respect for Aaron, I did not wear the love merch at the no jumper interview. I felt like that would have been clout chasing.
Yeah, no, I think I really, to be honest, the one really at fault was Adam 22. He's seen Aaron before. If he could see Aaron then and now,
What was Adam going to do with all due respect, Chris? And like we're going back into the blaming game. He can't do. We're blaming absolute people that aren't in his
oh
life.
well, yeah, because he did ask Aaron, is that lean?
Yeah, but guess what? What is he gonna do? I don't even know if that I wasn't there. It may have been. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying it's not. I don't know. But if he
Just
knew
think he
what,
should have done something
yeah, maybe not during the interview, but maybe we don't know if he
after.
pulled him to the side. We really don't know what happened
Yeah,
at that interview
exactly.
either. You know? And I know Aaron did fuck with Adam and Adam did fuck with Aaron. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit
they
here and
both
say,
kind of used each other for clout, I think.
of course they worked their platform together. And there's nothing wrong with combining your what
Yeah,
he has ham. If one person has ham, the other person has turkey. We having a good Thanksgiving.
yeah.
You know,
Aaron was gonna do stuff even if people pushed him away. It really is Aaron's fault, and it's sad. It's the addiction that took over him. His mental health also.
it just sucks, man. We're here now trying to make things right, and I'm still seeing negative comments. At the end of the day, we lost a really good friend,
You
a
know what?
really good artist.
Look at what they did to Michael Jackson.
I
They
understand.
still say negative things about him.
I understand. I just want to
So,
say thank you, like for real, for my
and I
phone's on
do
six
think
percent.
people should get the merch either on the site or whatever in his name because the merch is dope. You gotta admit, it's cool wearing it.
It definitely is. I almost wear it every day. And I just want to say I wish we could have an actual drop that is his instead of people trying to make money off his brand. That's ridiculous. I don't think anybody is saying, I know so. I know nobody's saying, hey, Melanie, here's 20% of sales. We put it on Shop, Shopify or we put it
Mm-hmm.
on whatever the fuck, you know? That's where it gets fucked up.
I
But
will admit, I do like that Mel. A lot of people mistaken Mel thinking she only likes brand like expensive stuff. That's not true. She's very humble when it comes to things. She liked the robe I did for her, you
I
know.
like she high maintenance, but she definitely humble. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
she is
And
humble.
that's where people get it confused. Is like, oh, you treat yourself this way, so you can't be humble. Well, guess what? She's not
She
on
doesn't
the
just
internet.
like designer stuff. Like that's a false.
What woman wouldn't? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But to
everybody
make
likes
her
design
sound
stuff,
like she
but
was
she
trying to
also likes.
her, make I just don't like the whole she's a gold digger. Oh, the check you did this and enabled him. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I never gave that man any drugs. The most I did was smoke marijuana with him, and I'll proudly say it is legal in the state of California. And we got it
Hmm.
delivered to us by Weed Maps. And guess what? It was no outside drug dealer, so we couldn't get laced with our weed. We were very, very good about what we did. Period.
Yeah, and I really get that. And I did want to do nice things to Mel. And does it feel like I'm going behind Aaron's back? Well, no, because how many times did he go back to her?
How many
But she
times?
deserves love too.
Every time, even if he was just kicking her out for immediate attention, or whether she never
Hmm.
left under her own recognizance. She never said, "Fuck you, Aaron, I'm done."
Yeah,
If one of y'all can pull up a live or show me a video of her ever saying, "Fuck you, Aaron, I'm done,"
yeah.
all right,
I
I'll
think
take
she
my word.
realized it didn't matter if she was gone or not. He was gonna die eventually if he didn't get help. He needed rehab.
And everybody tried. I just want to make that public. Everyone.
Everybody tried, and I truly think even Louis tried. I don't even think he should. I think the only
I
person.
think I even want to say that he did have good intentions at one point, even though I don't like him and I don't
Yeah,
agree with some of the things. I do believe towards the end, maybe he really was, because he was working with someone to get him in a rehab program.
yeah,
So
he was wanting to confront him, and Mel even said, you know, she doesn't feel right, blaming either. Like we kind of blame somebody, and that's part of grief. It's part of grievance, and I
the
think
point
it's
is, they
time for the
loved each
fans
other.
to let
They have a
go.
beautiful son together. This is what I want to say. They had a family. They have a beautiful son together, and that really is
Hmm.
ultimately all we have left from it. And that's what we need to focus
Yeah,
on,
and
is
I'm glad she's not
helping.
alone.
She's not alone. She has a support system, and luckily, I'm blessed to be able to help any way
Yeah.
I can. Before Aaron passed, he asked me,
Well,
"If
I
something
am
happened to me,
glad. Like
please
people
take
need
care."
to stop wondering why you and Mel are hanging out. It's because
See, but I
you
haven't
were
been
the one
able.
that
I
was.
haven't been able to put that out. Chris, I couldn't put that out because if people are like, "Oh, you're
Yeah, the fans
clout
need
chasing.
to
Oh, you're trying to."
understand.
Dude, people say some
Yeah,
ridiculous
the
shit. They're
fans
like,
need
"Oh,
to
you're trying to fuck
understand.
Melanie." I want to say that they say some nasty shit to me, like, "Oh, you're trying to fuck Melanie." Do you know how gross of a thought process that is? My friend just passed.
Yeah,
For me to even think about her in that way is disgusting behavior. And whoever has that to say is
yeah,
disgusting themselves for having that thought process. That's just not okay. I'm
yeah. And
a
a
whole
lot of the
woman.
stuff
I
I
have
keep
a whole
was so many people are in my DMs just putting out things like the chain and stuff. But then when you really look
mine.
back, it's like
You've seen mine. I've had it when
I
Aaron
heard it.
was around. I've had it before Aaron. I have videos of me and
Yeah.
Aaron flexing our things together. It's been mine. And I'm so tired of that. I know I was in that man's Escalade. I have not been in that man's Escalade since we went on tour
No,
to
I
fucking
found out
Seattle.
the Escalade went back to the dealership. Is what
Mm.
I ended up finding out that was
You know
fact.
more than me. You know more than me. I don't even know that because I haven't seen it. So I can't even say that's true or not. You see, I'm going to stand on what
But
I
I
know.
agree with you with Spencer. Like Spencer really did. When you say finesse, like finesse him with cars and stuff to make it seem like he cared about him.
Like
He was just a
little things.
yes
Like,
man.
yeah, he was the man that would be like, "Hey, let me your car's getting older. Let me upgrade your car." Well, everybody knows that if I got a buddy at a dealership and I can get him some commission, I can make money off of it.
Hmm.
So it was the penny pinching. That's what I
Yeah,
see.
it was. He was feeding his ego
But no, I
because he didn't
appreciate.
like Mel, and I do agree. Like he enabled him a lot, and the one thing that Morgan I think is being honest about is he did help Aaron see that look
No,
at
he did.
where's the
He
money
did.
going.
We all sat there and started seeing where the money was going, and I remember the call. And I never met Spencer when I was living there. So when I did hear the conversation, it was Aaron going, "I don't need your services anymore." He didn't tell him why, but he was like, "I don't need your services anymore, and you're no longer welcome on my property."
Hmm.
Like, he let him have it. I don't know
Yeah,
if you guys know, but Aaron has a really good attitude whenever he means what he says, and he definitely
yeah,
fired the shit out of him.
yeah. He did. I don't know what happened to Gwen. I mean, I
I
think
don't know
Aaron
about that
pushed
either. I
everything
don't
out of
know.
his life.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
the people
he was
closest
on a
to
bad
him, you
route.
hit it. the people closest to him, it was what made him paranoid because we were the only people there. So he felt like we were trying to do something. But at the end of the
And you
day,
know what? I'm glad Mel did drive behind him on the RV so no one got hurt. You know,
hmm
her and Chrissy called
oh,
for.
you know about that.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he was on a
Not because
rampage that day.
it's already been around surface.
Okay.
And I know, like, imagine someone swerving off the road. They could have hit somebody and killed someone. She didn't want anyone to get hurt.
God
She didn't even
forbid.
want. She didn't want Aaron in prison. She didn't want him
Absolutely
to
not.
go for a DUI. He needed rehab. At the end of the day, that's the truth.
And if it wasn't rehab, he needed some kind of mental awareness program so where he could actually be fit.
He needed a good management team that was stable.
Absolutely. He
What
needed a
happened
good
to his support group from rehab? Why didn't
well,
he stick with his, AJ McLean, like 2 weeks before Aaron's death? He made it very aware. It is you need to keep that support system after your rehab, and he didn't. He was very codependent on wanting to be with his family. Well, that his family wanted him to get help.
and by his family, I'm going to say the family that wanted his help was not the Carter family.
Right.
And I stand strong on that because if the Carter family wanted to,
They could
they
have.
would have done something.
Now I
But
do
look,
know his mom is
but look,
sick.
my phone is dying, so I'm gonna
Mhm.
get off live for a minute. It's on 4%, but
That's fine.
if you want to talk to me while I'm charging my phone. I appreciate you joining.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tired of people blaming everybody. It's no one else's fault. Like, the fans need to stop.
I would appreciate it if you helped that as well because you have a
Yeah,
platform. We need to unite instead of creating such a mass diverse
yeah, I
group.
agree.
It's not healthy for anyone. It's not healthy for the fan supporters, even the haters. The haters are becoming
It's not
deeper.
healthy with the obsession of that they have with him, and it's just, and I'm in the wrong too with a lot of things because you know, I, it was hard for me because it's like, what do you tell the fans?
Just the only thing you need to do is push what you know to be the truth and not what you think to be the truth.
The truth is, Aaron needed help and he didn't want help.
Well, there it is. And the truth is that I lost a brother. I lost
Mhm.
someone that was a father. Jane lost his son. Nick
Yeah,
lost a brother. Angel lost a brother. You know what I'm saying? Like Mel lost
everybody
Beyond.
lost Aaron, and the fact that happened off live was the craziest thing because we all thought it was going to happen online.
My phone's about to die. If it dies on you, I don't mean to be rude. It's just
It's
gonna.
fine. We can hang up. But
Uh,
I just wanted to say thank you for, accepting my apology because at the end of the day, I really didn't know you. I'm just trying to, well, I'm just like, did you try to help? You did. You really did. Your video, your YouTube video seemed so genuine yesterday. You put that billboard up and I want to thank you. And you're right. Where is everybody that can actually physically make it there?
Amen. That
So,
was been my main point, and it's not to bash the family. It's maybe they'll get motivated to see, oh my God, these guys are let me step it up, but I don't see it. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll chew my own words, and I hope I do. For Aaron's sake, I hope I
sorry,
do
Big
chew my
Drip, that
own.
I accused you of living in Aaron's neighborhood.
Yeah, definitely not. Big Drift is an innocent bystander that doesn't give a fuck. Like to be
Yeah.
honest.
And I think society failed him.